I never used to believe the stories people told about strange things happening when you're alone. That kind of stuff always felt like campfire fiction to me, until last winter, when I stayed at my parents' house alone for the first time. They were away visiting my aunt upstate. I had just gotten home from college and didn't feel like spending 5 days crammed into someone else's guest room. So I stayed behind in our quiet suburban house, which had always felt safe, familiar, until it didn't. The first night was normal. I watched TV, made pasta, texted a few friends, and went to bed around midnight. I double-checked the locks. Habit, really. Our neighborhood had almost no crime. The wind was howling outside, and I remember thinking how empty the house suddenly felt without the background noise of my parents talking in the kitchen or the dog's nails tapping across the floor. I woke up at 3:17 a.m. to a click, a very deliberate click. It sounded like the back door being unlocked. I froze. At first, I convinced myself it was just a dream, or the house settling. But then I heard a second sound, a slow creak, like the door swinging open. Every hair on my body stood on end. I was on the second floor and I hadn't heard any footsteps yet. I strained to listen. Silence. Then a soft, dragging sound, like something being pulled across the tile floor downstairs. I slipped out of bed and grabbed my phone. No texts, no missed calls. I dialed 911 with my thumb hovering over the call button, heart pounding. And then, nothing. The sound stopped. I waited. 5 minutes. 10. Nothing else happened. I was too afraid to go check. I locked my bedroom door, turned off the light, and lay in bed under the covers like a terrified kid. Eventually, I must have drifted off. The next morning, everything seemed normal. I convinced myself it was the wind. A dream. Maybe I hadn't locked the back door properly and it just moved with the draft. I almost laughed at myself until I walked downstairs. The back door was unlocked. But what really froze me was the single muddy footprint on the kitchen tile. Just one. Like someone had stepped in and never left. I checked every inch of the house. Closets, basement, garage. Nothing. I locked the doors, turned on every light, and kept my phone in my hand all day. That night I barely slept. The next morning I found something worse. Written on the fogged bathroom mirror, in clumsy, smeared letters, was one word. Stay. I hadn't used that bathroom. No one else was in the house. The window was closed, the door shut. I left that day. I haven't stayed there alone since. My parents think I imagined it. Maybe I did. But I still think about that footprint and how there was never a second one.